Hello, it's Brittany from Divine Entity, and today I will be talking about cartomancy facts. Cartomancy is using regular playing cards like these, using them to tell fortunes, just essentially like you would with cards like these, which are tarot cards. You can see how they look like. Here's the packaging, and I will have the link below for the tarot card. An ordinary deck of cards have been used for gaming and for fortune telling for centuries, and many fortunes have been won and lost throughout the centuries, and this has happened so much, in fact, that the turn of a card can be seen as the workings of fate itself. And the reason they say this is because there's a 50-50 chance it'll either be a yes or a no, good or bad, because of the black and the red, which we'll get into the video a little bit later. Too far in the past, tarot cards were hard to come by, and this is why an ordinary deck of cards was usually used as a tool for fortune telling. My grandmother actually did this. She actually would read cards until she seen something bad, and a bunch of people wrecking as they were coming back from Poland to come visit them, a whole family, and then she threw them down and never read them again, and sure enough, they really did die and on their way to go see my grandmother, which is very crazy if you ask me. So that's why I'm into reading little cards and learning about them, and I figured other people would enjoy too. There's many similarities in between them. I personally have listed 10 right here in this video. Number 1, a deck of playing cards. It's comprised of 4 different suits. Those 4 are hearts, diamonds, clubs, and spades. And these 4 different suits can be translated into essentially what the tarot cards are, which are wands, swords, cups, and the coins, the pentacles, and they match together like this. It is the wands, which equals the clubs. It would be the swords, which would equal to the spades. It would be the heart, which would equal to the cups, and the diamonds, which would equal to the coins or the pentacles in a tarot reading, which I thought was pretty interesting. So if you don't ever have any tarot cards on deck, you can use your regular playing cards and use the different, diamonds, spades, hearts, and clubs to represent the wands, cups, pentacles, and swords. Next thing I thought was really cool about playing cards was that there are 52 cards in a regular playing deck like this, and these 52 cards equal to the 52 weeks in a year. So I thought that was crazy. If you didn't have a calendar on hand, you could actually use this, and each one represents a week. Each card represents a week, so I thought that was pretty interesting. These different suits are divided into different colors. I'll show some right here. They have the red cards, which would equal day, and then they have the dark cards like this, which would equal night. So black is night, day is red. That's pretty easy to remember. The next thing I would like to talk about would be number 4, which is that the 4 suits equivalent to the 4 different seasons. So the clubs would equal spring. That would be also the wands and tarot cards. The diamonds would equal the summer, and diamonds would be the pentacles. The hearts would equal autumn, fall, and they would be the cups. Spades, which would be winter, would equal a sword in the tarot reading. So I thought that was kind of interesting. Also, you can use the 4 different, symbols and put them into the 4 different seasons that they are: spring, summer, fall, and winter. So that's pretty cool. Of course, the cards, they go much deeper into a meaning. That would be number 5, which is the Golden Dawn. Fully going to explain the Golden Dawn, but I will kind of start getting into it a little bit. The Golden Dawn divides each card individually into numbers, an element, a planet, and a zodiac sign. There is actually a chart that has all of them in it in this book, which I will link below. This is a very cool book. I highly recommend everyone buy this book. It is called Fortune Telling Using Playing Cards. I'm not sure by who it's by, but it's a really cool book, and it has all this information in it, and it also has a little chart of what I'm about to explain about the Golden Dawn. It shows you how to read cards and everything. It's crazy. It's awesome. The Golden Dawn. Number 1, I want to talk about how they get put into their different elemental signs. The clubs would equal fire. Under fire would be the Aries, the Leo, and the Sagittarius. The diamond would be Earth. That would be the Taurus. I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong. The Virgo and the Capricorn. Next one would be air, which is spades. That includes Gemini, Libras, and Aquarius. I'm actually a Libra, so fun fact there. And then the last one is the hearts, which would be water, and that includes Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So I just figured everybody wanted to know at least under which element they fall under. I'm not going to say the different numbers because each card has a different number and planet, and that's a long list, so I'm just going to keep it a little bit shorter today. Number 6 is a predominance of red cards, which would be hearts and diamonds. Means the reading is positive. It's a good outcome of the questionnaires, question or worries that they have. It's a happy reading. It's good. If for some reason the predominant color of the reading were to be black, which includes predominantly having spades or clubs, then the reading is more negative, troublesome, and worrisome. So if it's predominantly black, be careful, be aware of your surroundings and people you surround yourself with, because something bad might come up. Number 7 is the next point I would like to talk about. If one particular suit is predominant in a spread, it will reveal the main sector of life concerning the questionnaire. So it depends on which specific suit you have. If you have all hearts, or all mostly diamonds, or mostly spades, it will probably tell you the main direction of which your reading is going and reveal the majority of what you want to know, whether good or bad. Number 8 goes along with number 7, which is, what does the predominance of each specific suit mean in a spread? Clubs, for example, are creativity and action. The majority of the time, if the majority of them are clubs, mean new opportunities are coming up, as well as new encounters, friendship, and you especially have to, pay attention to the people around you, because they will probably become very important, good things that come with it. However, if for some reason there is a danger that the questionnaire will become too optimistic because they have such a good reading, they're like, yeah, this is going great, so they'll have this false self-confidence and they will take on more than they can handle. So they need to take it one step at a time and keep their goal clear in mind, and they should be alright. Diamonds, they are normally the practicalities, the material world. If diamonds dominate a reading, then there's a danger that the questionnaire is a little bit materialistic and that he is consumed by thoughts of profit. It can also, let's just say if like a card's reversed or there's other cards in the spread near it that have a bad meaning. It can also indicate monetary worries, good business matters, and financial dealings. So in other words, money, like I said before. Material world, money, good things. So if you have a lot of those and they're in the right direction and around the right cards, you probably mean you got some money coming or something, and that's good business opportunities. Next, I will talk about the spades. Spades can be very troublesome. They have like the worst reputation in the deck. If they overwhelm a spread, then hard times are shown, so be very careful. You don't necessarily want that. It tells of confusion and anxiety, and it could even warn that there's like physical danger ahead or around you, so be very careful about that. It's important that the questionnaire has a really good and positive attitude probably during this time, especially if he has a bunch of spades in his spread. That's how he will get through this time, is through having a positive mental attitude with good thoughts that get him through the day if something bad might be going on around him. Next, we will go on to the hearts. And the heart is usually considered a good omen, so good, we want that. If the majority of a spread is hearts, it's a really big indicator that joyful, good times are ahead. It's about emotions, feelings, relationship, good. It's just very good and usually means happy things. It also can mean a person that self-indulges or likes to seek pleasure and can be a little bit inconsiderate towards others because, you know, they seek so much pleasure. So I thought that was kind of interesting if everybody wants like a little mini info about what each different type of suit means. The next thing I would like to go over is number 9, which is that you can do a quick card reading to answer, you know, yes or no questions that you might have throughout the day. If you have like a hard time deciding something, you can just get out your little trusty cards right here. Let me grab them. They're so slippery. Here's a couple. And then, you know, you shuffle them and you say, will my day be good today? And you would flip one over and it's red, so that would be yes. Red is yes. Let's try again. Be like, is it 12 o'clock right now? Said no, and I'm not sure what time it is. It says 9:28 on that computer, but I know that's wrong. But as you can see, the card was right. It said no, it's not 12 o'clock, and no, it's not 12 o'clock yet. So that would be a no, the black. Number 10 would be doing the same thing that I just did. You know, taking a bunch of cards, taking your cards, you know, asking it a yes or no question. But instead of flipping over one single card, you know, to answer your question, see, this one would be yes because it's red. You lay out 3 different cards and you would do 1, 2, 3. You would have these 3 different cards laying like there, and then you would flip them over and they're all 3 red in this specific case, so that would be a definite yes. If for some reason, you know, you were to shuffle the cards, you know, lay 3 down, you ask a question, you lay 3 of them down, and if they happen to be all black, that would be a definite no. No, no, no. Don't do that. Whatever you ask it, no. If for some reason it were to be like this, as in 2 blacks and 1 red, then it's probably a no. You can try. You might, you know, it might work, but most likely it's a no. So go with the majority rules, so that would be a no. Might have a little bit luck on the way, is what that red card would indicate. Or the 4th scenario, which is also the last thing I will be talking about, could be 2 red cards and 1 black card, which would mean probably, yes, you know, you could probably do that, the majority rules, so yeah, it's okay for you to do it. There might be a little setback, but you'll be alright and it'll be okay. But thank you for watching. I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you for your support. Like and subscribe to my channel, and you guys have a good night.